putting their neck onto the chocks, we call it as a chalk.
Chalk എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ മറ്റേ എയർക്രാഫ്റ്റിന്റെ താഴത്തൊക്കെ വെക്കുന്നു, മറ്റേ വണ്ടിയുടെ ഒക്കെ അടിയിൽ വെക്കുന്ന അട വെക്കുന്ന പോലെയുള്ള റോൾ ചെയ്ത് പോകാണ്ടിരിക്കാൻ
പുറത്ത് തലയൊക്കെ വെച്ചിട്ട് ഇങ്ങനെ ആ ടാർമിക്കിൽ ഇങ്ങനെ കിടന്ന് റിലാക്സ് ചെയ്യുകയൊക്കെ ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ട്. ഫുഡൊക്കെ അവിടെ കൊണ്ട് തരുമായിരുന്നു. അങ്ങനെ ചെറിയ അത്യാവശ്യങ്ങൾക്ക് നടത്തി അവിടെ തന്നെയായിരുന്നു. വി വർ നോട്ട് അലൗഡ് ടു ഗോ ടു അവർ പ്ലേസ്.
താമസിക്കുന്നിടത്തേക്ക് പോകാൻ
none of us.
24/7 അവിടെ തന്നെ.
24/7, even the pilots and everybody was there. Not even a single person was allowed to go to their bunks, to the buildings.
അപ്പോൾ ഫാമിലി
ഫാമിലി ലൈഫ് ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു. They were all there. I was a bachelor. അപ്പൊ അതിനു മുമ്പ് ഞാൻ എന്റെ കാര്യം പറയാനുണ്ടായിരുന്നു.
പറഞ്ഞോളൂ.
എന്നെ ഈ ഫൈസ്കോഡനില് പിന്നീട് വിടുവായില്ല. വാർ വന്നപ്പോഴാണ് എന്നെ ഫൈസ്കോഡനിലേക്ക് വിട്ടത്. വീണ്ടും എന്നെ എക്സ്പീരിയൻസ്ഡ് ആയതുകൊണ്ട്. അപ്പൊ ഈ ഫൈസ്കോഡനിൽ ട്രെയിനിങ് കഴിഞ്ഞ് ഞാൻ അവിടെ 1 കൊല്ലം ജോലി ചെയ്തോളൂ. ഈ 1 കൊല്ലം കഴിഞ്ഞപ്പോ എന്നെ ഫോർ വിങ് ആഗ്രയിലേക്ക് വിട്ടു. വിങ്ങിലേക്ക് തന്നെ. അവിടെ ആകപ്പാടുള്ളത് കുറച്ച് ATC എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ
ട്രാഫിക് കൺട്രോൾ എയർപോർട്ടിലൊക്കെ ഉള്ളത്.
അതാണ് നമ്മുടെ അവിടെ ഒരു റഡാറൊക്കെ ഉണ്ട്. അത് നോക്കലൊക്കെ ആയിരുന്നു. അങ്ങനെയായിട്ടായിരുന്നു അവിടെ കുറച്ച് ആൾ കഴിഞ്ഞുകൊണ്ടിരുന്നപ്പോഴാണ് ആ സമയത്ത് ഞാൻ അവിടെ എൻ്റെ ഒരു 2-3 ഫ്രണ്ട്സൊക്കെ ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു. അവരുടെ കൂട്ടത്തിൽ പ്രത്യേകിച്ച് എൻ്റെ ഇവിടെ അയലോക്കത്തുകാരൻ്റെ ഒരാളുടെ തൊട്ടയലോക്കം എൻ്റെ അദ്ദേഹവും ഞാനും കൂടി അവിടെ പഠിക്കാമെന്നൊക്കെ വിചാരിച്ചെങ്ങനെ എക്സാം എഴുതി. അവിടെ വെച്ച് അങ്ങനെ ഇന്റർമീഡിയറ്റ് പരീക്ഷ പാസ്സായി. ആഗ്ര യൂണിവേഴ്സിറ്റിയിൽ ഞങ്ങൾ BA ചേർന്നു 2 പേരും.
അവിടെ പഠിക്കാനുള്ള സൗകര്യം ഡ്യൂട്ടിക്ക്
ആ സമയത്തൊക്കെ ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് പഠിക്കാം. ഈവനിങ് ക്ലാസ് ഒക്കെ അറ്റൻഡ് ചെയ്ത് ഞങ്ങൾ അവിടെ സെന്റ് ജോൺസ് കോളേജ് ഉണ്ട് ആഗ്രയിൽ. അവിടെ റെഗുലറായിട്ട് പോയാലും ഞങ്ങൾ സൈക്കിളിൽ വിട്ടങ്ങ് പോകും. അവിടെ ഒത്തിരി ദൂരമൊന്നുമില്ല താമസിക്കുന്നത്. അദ്ദേഹം അന്നും ഫൈസ്കോഡല്ല. ഞാൻ വിങ്ങിലേക്ക് പോകുന്നെങ്കിലും വിശ്വംഭരൻ ഞാൻ വിളിക്കുന്നത് വിശ്വൻ എന്നാണ് ഞാൻ വിളിക്കുന്നത്. അദ്ദേഹത്തിന്റെ പേര് വിശ്വംഭരൻ എന്നാണ്. അദ്ദേഹം വിങ്ങിൽ. അപ്പൊ ഞങ്ങൾ അവിടെ ഇരുന്ന് BA പാസ്സായി. അപ്പൊ അത് കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ട് എന്നെ അവിടുന്ന് പോസ്റ്റ് ചെയ്തു വീണ്ടും പൂനെയിലേക്ക്. അദ്ദേഹം പൂനെയിലാണ് സ്കോഡനിൽ. എന്നെ പോസ്റ്റ് ചെയ്തത് അവിടെ ഒരു ബേസ് റിപ്പയറിംഗ് യൂണിറ്റ് ഉണ്ട്. ഇലക്ട്രോണിക് ഐറ്റംസ് മാത്രമാണ് അവിടെ റിപ്പയർ ചെയ്യുന്നത്. ലോക്കൽ യൂണിറ്റുകൾ റിപ്പയർ ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റാത്ത ഐറ്റംസ് ഒക്കെ ഇങ്ങോട്ട് വിടുക. എന്നിട്ട് അതിവിടെ റിപ്പയർ ചെയ്യുക. അവിടെ ഒരു ഫ്രണ്ട് ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു, ഒരു ബംഗാളി സുഹൃത്ത്, അരുൺകുമാർ സന്യ. അതേ അവിടെ ഉണ്ട്. ഞാൻ LLBക്ക് ജോയിൻ ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ he started telling what hell you are going to do with LLB. No, you are not going to study LLB. We are studying for AMI. I have already started it and he will follow me. He is my entry mate and we were so close. He was in a room, a small corner room, and I was in the billet open. He compelled me to shift to his room. A small room, but and he was very studious person, and he was studying. Already he started, and he is very inspiring person. And he told me there is a Pune Engineering College. We went there, and when the teachers were coming, he just ചെന്ന് സംസാരിച്ച് കഴിഞ്ഞപ്പോഴത്തേക്കും ഇങ്ങനെയാണ് പറഞ്ഞ് ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് മാത്തമാറ്റിക്സിൽ ഇത് വേണം. അപ്പൊ അത് തരുന്ന ആരെങ്കിലും ഉണ്ടോ എന്ന് അറിയാനാ വന്നത്. ട്യൂഷൻ ഓൾറെഡി ദർ ഇസ് എ ടീച്ചർ ഹു ഇസ് ഗിവിംഗ് മാത്തമാറ്റിക്സ് ട്യൂഷൻ. നെയിം ഇസ് പ്രൊഫസർ സപ്നേക്കർ. So we went to his house, Professor Sapnekar's house. We found out, and he welcomed us. Sanya told me, George, we will not marry till you finish this, and if you marry, you will not be able to continue it. I am sure. So it's a promise. Give me promise. And unluckily,
അപ്പൊ ആ ഫ്രണ്ട് ആയിരുന്നു ഏറ്റവും വലിയ മോട്ടിവേറ്റർ.
very highly motivating friend.
അങ്ങനെ ഒരാളുണ്ടായിരുന്നെങ്കിൽ ചിലപ്പോൾ AMI എടുക്കൂലായിരുന്നു.
Never. I could have gone for with my friend
LLB,
and my line studying something different.
Okay.
And I was not. I was also happy to study technically. There are 2 parts mathematics. First part and second part. The first part I could complete. Second part he completed. Why I did not complete it? Because by the time I came on a leave, on annual leave, and during that time I got married.
Wow.
My father compelled me. And he was very dominating character, in fact. I engrossed an application form in the formal way to the commanding officer for permission to marry. I got the permission. By the time the marriage was fixed,
അപ്പൊ ഏത് കൊല്ലായിരുന്നു അത്?
that is 1975,
75. അപ്പൊ കല്യാണം മറ്റേ സർവീസിൽ ചേർന്നത്
63,
63. അപ്പൊ ആ ചേരുമ്പോ സാറിന് എത്ര പ്രായം ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു?
17 years old.
റിയലി
Just no. Married, and I went back without her. Another friend who was put a quarter. He was allotted with the quarters, but he went on leave, 2 months annual leave.
ഓക്കെ.
So he gave that quarters to us. Both of us. We went back there and we started living out. Sanyal is still continuing there with his studies, and he compelled me to come and write. I went and write, and
എഴുതിയിട്ട് പാസ്സായില്ല.
Passailla, I did not get. And again I wrote mathematics. I again failed. By the time he cleared A part, he went for B part. He started studying B part. Sanyal. And I am still in with A part with one paper to be cleared. I did not pass there. And I did not write. He was writing that he got posted out. He came before me, so he got posted out to Punjab side. We went. So I thought my studies gone. Once for all. She was pregnant, and she was sent to home.
എന്താ മറ്റേ വൈഫ് പ്രഗ്നന്റ് ആയി.
വയസ്സ് pregnant ആയി.
എന്നിട്ട് വീട്ടിലേക്ക് പറഞ്ഞു.
വീട്ടിലേക്ക് 7th month വിടണമെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു. അന്ന് ഇവിടെ കൊണ്ടുവന്നാക്കി. And I went back. That was in 1976. In 1976, I got a child, and the next day, I mean just after knowing this news, I got a posting order on promotion to Bangalore, Jalhali, where I was a trainee. They posted me out there. But before that, one thing happened. Even before my marriage, when I was in Agra, I didn't tell that. When I was in Agra, I was selected for a technical instructor's course. I don't know, some training at the course conductor, and I was selected for technical instructor's course. So I went to AIRFORCE session in Jalhali. There's a technical college, AIRFORCE Technical College. I underwent the training for 3 months. I got the certificate. And that certificate is very, very, very valuable. I will come to that later part of my life. I was keeping that. And the funny thing is, I mean, the coincidence is my instructor, who was my basic training instructor, that time he was pilot of the JWO. Pilot of the JWO. And he taught me how to speak English. Unless you speak properly, I will not leave you. Day and night you will be here. And he came in the night and he started talking to me. Evening class, night class. Few of us who were not able to speak proper English. Your pronunciation is not pronunciation, it's pronunciation. You have to understand that. Tomorrow onwards, if you don't speak, I will make you to run around this building till you start speaking English properly. And those days, no tape recorder and all. You have to hear from his mouth. And he was a very strict fellow, and very strict in uniform, dressing and all. Always stiff and steady with the full dress, dressed well, and tucked out, and with the buckles and everything shining. And always he used to put his hands like this and talk. He used to tell me like many things. And I still remember what he taught,
That's great.
That's what he was. He was a devoted person. And he taught me, I told you many times, night. Many nights we have to go and sit in the village. He will come in cycle, pedaling a cycle, he will come back. He was a professor in Calcutta University.
After service.
Before joining service.
Before joining service. Oh.
He was an English
അപ്പോൾ
professor.
നല്ല പ്രായം ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു
ഇല്ല, he was not very old. Maybe just 30 or so, I think. Most of my teachers were professors before doing service.
Okay.
When I went for my conversion training, the teacher was Professor Ramanathan, who was taught me, of course that time Flight Ramanathan, was taught me this E&M, we call it as electricity and magnetism. And there was a Professor Rao who taught me mathematics. Professor, right, left hand. So my teachers were all professors those days. And this, especially I remember a pilot of Joy.
So, പറയുകയാണെങ്കിൽ അവിടെ എയർഫോഴ്സിൽ പഠിപ്പിക്കുന്നവര് തന്നെ വെൽ ക്വാളിഫൈഡ് ആണ്.
Qualified and trained. It's not just like that.
അല്ലാതെ ആരെങ്കിലും
never.
വെൽ ക്വാളിഫൈഡ് സിവിൽ ക്വാളിഫിക്കേഷനോട് വന്നവരാണ് പഠിപ്പിക്കാൻ.
And my radar theory things was taught by a professor.
And that could be the reason that Air Force അല്ലെങ്കിൽ Navy പുറത്തു വരുന്നവര് they are the better than the anyone outside around.
And they think we were taught well, we were given training, and we underwent many trainings later. Not this one training, later many training, and we were given training in many places and disciplinary training. That has got a lot of value. അപ്പോൾ അത് കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ട് ഞാൻ ഈ ട്രെയിനിങ്ങിന് പോയ കാര്യം പറഞ്ഞു വന്നപ്പോഴാണ് ട്രെയിനിങ്ങിന് ചെന്നപ്പോൾ എയർഫോഴ്സ് ടെക്നിക്കൽ കോളേജിൽ again at department, the education department, where they give the basic education and things like that. The squadron command, this one that in charge of the particular place was this squad leader Joel that time.
Your instructor.
My instructor, he was coordinator, he is from education department.
Okay.
All these instructors are from education department, education officers.
Okay. Education on a trade on.
I mean, there is a branch. Education officers.
Okay.
Officers has got many branches, and the education is one of the branches.
Okay.
So he was there again. He was teaching. And of course, it's a very, very good training where we have to do the public speak. And it's only instructional media. How to be a trainer, how to be an instructor. How can you teach the students? And when he was explaining method of teaching, psychology of teaching, psychology of understanding the students, likewise he was giving, and other teachers were also there. And since I liked him well, I used to listen to him keenly. So he was teaching. He said, when you teach something, it should go in the mind of the people, and they should remember the teacher forever. That should be the quality of a teacher. And that should be the quality of the teacher. Okay? അങ്ങനെ ഇതൊക്കെ പറഞ്ഞു കഴിഞ്ഞപ്പോൾ ഞാൻ അദ്ദേഹത്തോടൊക്കെ പെർമിഷൻ ചോദിച്ചു. Sir, if you permit me, I'll come to the stage and show one of the teachers how he was teaching. Can I get your permission? Of course, this is for teaching, this is for talking, this is for public speaking. You are welcome. Come to the dais and act as a teacher.
So really encouraging.
It's really. And he called me. I mimicked him.
Same.
He is watching there. I just took, I was little interested in those things. So I studied him well those days even. And I mimicked his gestures, his way of teaching, his way of doing things. And he went and sat there. I was in this dais, took a chalk and broke into two. I was acting like him, You there, attention here. Like his actions. I was just doing it. So finally, all those who were sitting there could understand whom I am mimicking.
Oh, okay.
And especially when I went to the board and I start writing, he wrote those days. There are 3 hours teaching me, and he said, the right thing in the right place and right time. And I go, 3 hours, repeat it. He himself was looking at, and all others were sitting in craft. And he came to the stage and said, George, I never knew I was so impressive. And that gave me a lot of, I'm very happy to know that I was an impressive teacher.
എന്നാ ടീച്ചർ പറഞ്ഞു?
Yeah. After the training, I went back to the, maybe because of the training, I got the posting as the instructor. And I worked there as an instructor. And my first teaching was to the radar mechanical people. And those days it was again become radar fitters.
ആ ട്രെയിനിങ്ങില് സാറിന് എന്തെങ്കിലും ആഗ്രയിലൊക്കെ ഉണ്ടായിരുന്ന പോലെ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ പൂനെയുള്ള എന്തെങ്കിലും ഇൻസിഡൻസ് ഉണ്ടോ ടു ബി റിമെമ്പർ? അല്ല, അതേപോലത്തെ ഇൻസിഡൻസ് എന്തെങ്കിലും ഈ ട്രെയിനിങ് സെന്ററിൽ വെച്ച് സോ മെമ്മറബിൾ ആയിട്ടുള്ളത് എന്തെങ്കിലും?
പെട്ടെന്ന് പറയാം, അങ്ങനെ പെട്ടെന്നൊന്നും പറയാനില്ല. അവിടെ ഐ വാസ് പോസ്റ്റഡ് ആസ് എൻ ഇൻസ്ട്രക്ടർ. ഐ വാസ് ടീച്ചിങ് ഫോർ ദ ഡിപ്ലോമ ഹോൾഡേഴ്സ് who were taken directly to the platform. They had a 2 years training and they became radar fitters later, and I taught them for some years. Then later on I was changed to.
അപ്പൊ അവിടെ ബാംഗ്ലൂർ ചെല്ലും ഓൾറെഡി യു ആർ മാരീഡ്? അപ്പൊ ഫാമിലിയും അവിടെ ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നോ?
ഫാമിലി ഞാൻ പറയാം, ഐ കം ബാക്ക് ടു ദാറ്റ്. ഫാമിലി വെന്റ് ഫോർ മാരേജ്, ഐ മീൻ ഡെലിവറി, and I was posted to Bangalore. I was staying there in the end of our census, and during that time, I mean after a few months after delivery, she joined me.
Bangalore.
And my friends arranged a house for me outside. We did not have a cottage that time. And outside we were living a comfortable, very comfortable house, an individual house. After some time we got a cottage allotted. During that time, my wife again became pregnant. And the second son was born there in the airport section, in the airport hospital in Bangalore. Second son. So, and it was going on, and training was going on. And meanwhile they posted me as the discipline servant.
എവിടെ? ബാംഗ്ലൂരിൽ നിന്ന്?
അവിടെ തന്നെ. അപ്പോ എന്താ പറ്റിയെന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ അതിൻ്റെ ഇടയ്ക്ക് ഉണ്ടായത്, just after me bringing my family, within another 2 months period, I got a training. They sent me for a training. The training is known as ground training again. Ground instructors training.
അപ്പൊ അതില് were you interested in that training or?
For a soldier, duty comes much above his personal needs. Am I right, sir?
And once the order is in place, just do it.
You have 24 hours duty.
The requirement of this nation, that's the main thing.
I was not ready to go for that, and I was really not liking to go for the training, because I just brought my family. My son is there. Just first time I underwent the training in Belgaum. 3 months training. Very, very tough training.
Wow.
Very, very tough training where we are made to teach. Though initially I had a problem of leaving my family. Family had to go back to my house. They went back. And I went to Belgaum for the training. 3 months training. It was very challenging training. Learned the commanding. And one thing I
did, really challenging.
Really challenging. The best thing I even today feel is that training gave me a lot of confidence in my life.
The commanding power.
Commanding power. I did that commanding power. I used it many places in my life. And
initially, today you feel proud of that training, right? Family,
immediately I got the training. But after the training, I was very happy, and my confidence level is really increased. I could face anybody. I could talk to anybody on any stage, and I can command a parade, and I did it later. Later on, they posted me as the discipline sergeant. We call it discipline NCO. So it was a challenging again, very challenging job.
Trade job,
Trade job that is for the conversion trainings. Trainees, very, very naughty boys, like we were once.
That was
1970, 9. Gave me this duty. And it was really a challenging job. And you have to take this one in the daily morning, we'll have to call them, check them, and I was really strict. And I had the power to control only because of my training. And I could command them. In the morning they will be all falling in the parade ground, and about 500 boys altogether they will be sent to the sergeant. That time many times in the night I used to go. And during this time the main challenge was that I was not able to see my child, elder one. He used to ask, where is my papa? She used to say, before he gets up, I go for the duty.
By the time you come back, he is sleeping.
He is sleeping. And just I take my meals, again go back to the zone, evening PT is there, physical training is there, again attendance, again PT, all those things, and some disciplinary action, that thing, this thing, then I come back at 6 o'clock, you may just have a glimpse. I take
That's the real challenge, even for the kid.
Yeah. Really for the kid. Of course, those days I was doing one thing. I continued my studies in Bangalore. And in the night when I studied, this boy come to me. He will sit by himself. He won't be able to allow me, but he used to come and even he used to sit here. And I am solving my mathematics problem. Somehow that time, first time I finished it. And one by one I finished it slowly there in Bangalore.
So you completed your AMI?
I completed my AMI. And I wanted to come out of the service.
Okay.
After, I didn't want to continue the service for some reason. And when I was studying, I just writing my last paper, my old friend, Sanyal, Rankumar Sanyal.
Who was your mentor and motivator in the initial stage?
He came to AIRFORCE Technical College after getting his commission.
He became a commissioned officer?
He became a commissioned officer and he came there for training. And he came to my quarters. And my wife and told, just because of you, actually I tell you, you should have been a commissioned officer with me. And she asked.
He was telling to her
My
that
wife.
you could have become a commissioned officer.
That your husband should have been a commissioned officer with me. And you did not allow that. She said, no, I did not do anything. He could have studied. I did not stop it. And somehow he was joking. He being a Bengali, he was so much liking fish. He will come all Sunday, every Sunday. He will come cycling to my cottage. He will prepare fish and he used to eat there. We used to eat.
Have a nice time. A great time.
He is again my friend, my entry mate.
Yeah, that's it.
So we were again back. And he took a stick from there and he told, if you don't pass this time, I'll come back and kill you, man. I mean, that is a
friendly
service.
That's the love that he had for you.
That's how he finished. He was very happy. Now he applied for. Immediately you start applying. I was a little hesitant. I want to come back that time. Anyway.
You came from Bangalore, did you come back?
No, I did not. That's why I am coming to the service. I was posted from there in 1980, big aircraft, fighter squadron. I was having a very nice life here. Being a sergeant and settled here and staying with family is very nice. But I was posted. I again left the family back here and I went alone to Halwara. Halwara is the place. I went back there. I went there and immediately I was sent for the training, orientation training.
Oh.
I had to get oriented
on the aircraft.
To the aircraft. Again 3 months in Pune. 3 months in Pune. Nice training. I went after the training back to Halwara and I brought my family.
And in the mixed squadron, usually the squadrons we have heard about accidents. So in your presence, did you come across
many?
Can you just give away one incident?
I have a lot of incidents.
Just one incident?
And one of the aircrafts, and I was working the aircraft in the DSS, we call it as Daily Services Center. And in the Daily Services Center, I was working there. Being a sergeant there, we have to be in charge of the aircraft. One aircraft is under you, and you are the leader of the team.
Of the team, okay.
Of the
Okay.
team. There will be 9 tradesmen. All of them have to check up their drafts and come and sign the form. And the sergeant in charge has to go around, and you have to, by the time, little know about other trades. It's a must. And go around, have check yourself, but you could not in detail. And when they have all signed the form 701, and you close the form, that having checked the sign it.
That'll be done by you.
That has to be done by the sergeant in charge. So I'll have to do it myself. My aircraft that day. And it comes and goes for a sortie. The pilot comes, goes down there, out, have the his parliamentary check.
So pilot goes entrusting the crews to have done the things correctly.
Nothing else. He is not checking anything. He has got few things to be checked for himself.
So his life depends on
100%,
your activity.
100%. It comes, check, and the form which I have signed, he will sign and take over the aircraft. He goes for flying. We will send them off, and he has got his own assignments. Maybe a training sortie, maybe there's a range
firing. I've heard that
all
word.
those things, and they goes for one of the aircrafts which I sent. He was flying, and they were to show air show.
Air show means
Air show.
the fancy shows that you see on the TV and all. Okay.
And that was a squadron day.
The day the squadron, like we say Air Force Day, Army Day,
That's
it's a
it.
squadron day. Okay.
And we were so happy and enjoying. And after the squadron day, all these things we'll have a great rum punch, a get together, fire,
Just a blasting out.
all those things.
Just a blast.
So for seeing this, his family, my family, we were all waiting in the side of the runway.
For him to land, come back.
You know, to see his activities.
Activities, okay. Oh.
We sent them off, sent him off, and we moved to the side of the runway.
With family, you all were watching.
Family were given a chance to watch from outside. It's not a small place. They go around.
No, that's a huge place. Yeah, yes.
So there were 5 aircrafts. All of them took off together. There were a little bit of formation, and many ways of flying is there.
Yeah, they were doing all those things.
All those things, and they went up. They did a lot of aerobatics with the aircraft.
Okay.
Unluckily, his own children, one child, and his wife, they were also there. Oh, this is my papa, and the boy was telling, and he was diving down, up, down, up, down, touching the runway, just pulling up again. All such exercises they were doing. Unluckily, when he came back, he could not pull up.
Oh.
Touched down and crashed.
He could not pull up. Oh.
He couldn't crash, he couldn't pull up.
So in front of the family.
In front of the family, in front of all of us. His wife fainted because she was knowing the number of the flight. And can be seen, there is a big number written, and we were all telling, this is so, this is so, this is so. We were all knowing that, who is flying which. And it crashed. It's a big shock. Big shock to all of us. The whole station, the program was stopped. And we didn't get anything of his body. Just picking up pieces and pieces. And just really
Fully burned.
fully burned. It's own pieces.
Ash, burned to ashes.
Just picked up something here and there. Some people I did not watch there. We went there. We went back. And during that time, and that gave me the greatest shock of my life.
That was 81?
That was in 82.
82.
Okay. That was in 82. So I'll tell you one thing in between. I was to come out of the AIRFORCE after 15 years of service. I gave my service life like that. But when I completed 15 years of service, gave a letter to me. The President of India is pleased to continue your service still without audits. I was shocked. Not only me, it is given to all radar people. To all radar people. The radar trades were, the discharge is stopped. My wife told me, why you are going? Why you want to go out of AIRFORCE? I said, I just want to go. And of course, by the time I got promotion, in 82, I became general officer. And I got discharged.
In which year?
In 1984, I could go or I can continue.
No,
It's again a choice.
you choose to come out.
Yes.
To start the second
during
innings.
that time, all my seniors advised me not to go. Why you want to go out of AIRFORCE, George? Now your child is studying in first standard here in CBSE school, Kendriya Vidyalaya, and
A hard decision to take, but had to take.
it's a very hard decision. And the main obstruction, I mean, my wife, herself, she does not want, even if you ask her today, she will tell, I never wanted him to give the service.
We'll hear from her.
എനിക്ക് വരേണ്ടത് ആവശ്യമായിട്ട് വന്നു.
Wow.
Because that time my father, though we are a big family, see you can look at this, my family is here, and I'm the eldest. I'm the eldest. My father,
Okay. Yes.